Good morning, welcome to Satsang. Definitively one searches because he's engaged in his mind. Oh, thank you. So what you search actually is what is there, it's what remains when you are not engaged with your mind. That may provoke as a consequence someone who feels at peace and well and silent. That's already an expression of the total disengagement. So you have really to include the rising thought, I feel free, I feel at peace, I feel silence, as mind. And it's very essential. Otherwise, if you don't see so, you will always run after that experience, thinking that only that one is real and true. And if you see that the rising I is infinitely appearing and commenting and arguing, let it be this, let it be that. Let it be the silence, let it be the noise. If you see that, then you are freed from that search to experience something more real or more special. And that's absolutely treasurable. If you are not clear, if you don't understand me, please ask. If you don't understand yourself, please ask. It's your space as much as mine. So, the search doesn't disappear while acquiring a special state. The search disappears when you saw that the search and the finding belongs to someone, and so definitively you know that is in the world of appearances and disappearances, it is in the manifestation.
Ganga, good morning.
Good morning.
It's not a question, but something that really struck me when I heard that it's the thought that incarnates.
Yeah. It's not the owner of the thought, it's the thought, yeah. The owner dies, no? Anyway, I want to go back to what I said. And now I forgot. Yeah. There is a funny example, but you see the practices to be quieter, to be silent and all that, or to go back to the source, gives you those experiences, no doubt, and what a lack also. But it's a bit like putting the volume of electricity strong or very low. One plays with that, and one can accomplish a result out of that. You are with strong, loud, or it's very okay. This is what practices do. While it's just a matter of disconnecting the plug. Just disconnect the plug. It's not a way to live, it's a way to try to see that by nature you are free, not as a person, but there is freedom. I'm not an electrician, you know, but... And don't stay quiet, huh? Allez, if you have something, please ask. Otherwise, why there is satsang? To enjoy silence, okay, I agree, I myself do. But if you're a seeker, it's your right. Will you understand? There is nothing to do with worthiness or not. It's your right just now to be freed from beliefs, from search.
It's my third time here, and I'm so grateful to be here. And a part of me feels really uncomfortable taking up space, asking questions. So I'm just acknowledging that. And I don't really know whether my question is right, but it probably doesn't matter. I just feel really lost in my life. It's like I make a decision and then I'm not satisfied and then I change something and I'm aware I keep on changing my external reality. And now I'm thinking about kind of going back to an old life or job or whatever. And a part of me feels very excited, but then there's also fear and yeah, I'm just like really confused.
Yeah, sometimes the life of someone is very challenging. I don't say that what I will tell will change necessarily anything about that, but maybe we will take it less dramatically. So, you speak of the life of someone, isn't it? It's normal. Okay, that's there are preoccupations like that for someone. Sure, we all know that. More or less like that. Now, satsang removes the anxiety of life or the fear of death or the search for a meaning in this life. So that side by side being confused maybe in life. It happens. It happens. It will also go. But you can always give a moment to not touch anything. Just a moment. Because then it allows you to have a discontinuity with this movie which looks continuous. And that very break may help to remove a few beliefs or fears. May not, but it's all what I can suggest.
Breaks in terms of like little like split seconds.
Yeah. I believe more in the power of the split seconds than in any accomplishment. You see, the power of, there is a title like that, the power of now. But it's not like then you will do something with that power. Then it's no more in your hand. That's why I cannot say, I don't promise, the life will be better. Or maybe also it will be better. You don't know. It's not in your hand. So the power of now, surely now is full power. But you see, you have absolutely no power as an individual to direct it as you wish. That's not in your hands. So in that way, it's impossible to write a book. The title is enough. Any intention is a thought and as an owner of the thought. Any intention. So the thought is in the grip of this tiger, Maya, the manifestation, the multiplication. Just pass like this.
Hello, Bella.
Hello.
Hello? Probably have to speak loud.
Yeah. No, take it. Let's see. Speak.
Hey, Ganga.
You hear? I don't think it's on. And what about no?
It comes back.
There is no.
Just speak to it.
It comes back. Go on.
Hallo, hallo? In ein paar Minuten wird es wieder anfangen. Wir müssen That's what you should have also.
Okay, it's gonna turn on again at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So go on, then.
I don't really have anything, but I felt to speak somehow.
Yeah, so you feel like speaking, yeah?
I think I started seeking again a little bit.
Why? What is the thought which makes you stirred up?
Just some light, some energy to look inside or something like this.
To find what?
I really don't know.
And before you were finding what? Or searching what?
Before I was just not engaging with this kind of energy or movement.
But why? Why you were not engaged? What made you trying not to engage?
Well, it was the knowledge that I cannot find myself in that sense, so I just let go of every searching,
Okay,
whatever, and I just...
okay. And where are you left when you give up? Hmm?
I'm always here.
What do you mean by here? Maybe correct, but I want to know. What do you mean by here?
Just present or something like this. Just
Okay, it's not like you are there and I am here and that you are in Alfambrush.
No, it's not that idea.
Ah,
It's,
okay. So from here, whatever rises, what is it?
some movement, some
So it is called the mind.
demand, yeah.
So if you go in your mind, you will go in a vast universe, as you like. But know it. You catch one thought which looks important to you, okay, you can engage yourself, but know what it is. It will be the realm of the manifestation. Nothing wrong, but know what it is. Don't fool yourself with what I am here, the presence, and those search. Hmm?
I don't know quite why I'm like I feel a lot of light in my being, and I go with it. I look more deeply into
Because light is a reference. Light means you are enlightened, or nearly. Happily, I'm not enlightened, I tell you. Yes, that's what I try to say every time. I don't depend on light. Even though it may appear sometimes. But I know those are experiences. I'm not fooled by light. And if you are fooled by light, then you will surely at some point, you will not keep quiet and search against something else, which happens to you. That's what's happening to you. But if you if you have a curious mind, do it, no problem. But no, it has nothing to do with what Satsang tries to point out at. Okay? Is it clear?
Not fully.
Yeah, because of the light you don't follow. The light doesn't allow you to see your darkness. But what you brought to me was dark. It makes you spinning again.
So there's nothing to find in this light. There's nothing to it.
It depends of what you want. If you want to know who you really are, at some point you have to dedicate moments where you don't consider the life at all. It lasts a split second. Don't worry, why everybody is afraid of that. But it will make disappear all search. And if there are searches, which depends on every mind, some minds are research people, but at least they go for it, but at least they know what it is. It is a research and eventually results in this manifestation. To explain more, maybe this manifestation. Nothing wrong, but don't confuse this knowledge for self-knowledge, which is no knowledge at all.
I think my interest in looking into this light is fading slowly.
You can keep it, but just know what you are doing. But I would be a bit more vigilant. Maybe it's too soon to jump on an interest when you are not yet freed from your mind. But you do as you like. Again, I say, there is no obligation to search for who you are if you have not that fire or that need. No obligation. And it doesn't include, oh, but then I will be cursed. No obligation. Everybody is free to do whatever he likes. Generally, one doesn't feel free if he has a demand which is not fulfilled. This is the thing. Okay? Otherwise, we are all free. So just see what is the most important search for you. If you solved it, and so on. Huh?
is some devotion to myself or to whatever God or nothingness or just
Okay.
nothing at all or something like this.
Mhm. And why only some?
There's a lot actually. There's a lot.
Mm. So I have nothing to say.
I think it's the same devotion that made me want to come and speak to you.
Okay, but what did you say? Just now, what do you want to say? What made you come?
To be fully free or something like this.
For that you have to drop the light.
I'm gonna get someone in trouble with this.
But the light has its opposite, darkness. That's what you don't want to see. That's what makes you still search. I hope I am clear. Then you may like to give up the light. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm really not happy. Just
That's what I say. Because you keep the light. And light means there is darkness. It's like a coin. You have light and you turn the coin, you have darkness. Then sometimes you are here, sometimes you are there. That makes you search. Yeah. Don't figure it out, that's all. You cannot figure it out because you are not even there. Freedom is not it doesn't happen to somebody. And you speak of somebody who knows light sometimes, and sometimes darkness. So you have to touch the root of the mind. The rising mind is the first eye. That's why this question, who am I, is so amazing. It doesn't touch, I am light or I'm darkness, light or darkness. It doesn't touch that. It touches who is light, who experiences light. Then you give up light because you go in the direction of who? Who am I? You go into the direction of I. Can I remain a long time without a quality? Tell me.
no.
Then keep quiet there. And tell me if there is light or darkness. Tell me. No, haha. Tell me. That's better. It is very important to see that light and darkness are the manifestation, are still the manifestation, still the mind. And that's where the religion stops, generally you see. Because then God is only in the light. And then what about darkness? Then they had to invent a devil or something. While when you see that everything you can describe or experience, it's because there is an owner. of it, even if the owner got so expanded that you say there is nobody, but there is somebody knowing there is nobody. So there is an owner of the experience of light, paradise, or darkness means hell. So the search of who am I is to search from where this mind came from. From where? You see? And that's the real nature of everyone. I mean, this doesn't belong to one particular one. It's just there, regardless of heaven or hell, light or darkness. But all this manifestation rises and disappears there as it looks. And just know that. And the search, you see, the search, who am I, is just to finally see that you have not to realize it. It's always there, always available. You have just to realize that whatever you experience is in this creation, in the mind. It's the manifestation of that, but it's limited because it's dual. Light, darkness, always, it's dual. You can experience, express anything is dual. It's based on its opposite. So you cannot take one of the duality more real than the other. You cannot, or you will be misled. And misleading means you may be happy for a while, but after it goes away because it's dual, it's ephemeral. And then what? You will search again to go where it's impossible to remain. And so on and so on and so on. Oh my God. So to be freed from those eternal search of utopias, to be freed, it's very treasurable, very much. Now you do whatever you like, sure.
Hello, Ganga. There's a seeing that I'm none of what is appearing.
That
I am not none of what is appearing.
Yeah, okay.
And it's very fresh, so I feel like it's a feeling as being newborn or something. And I'm now going back to Germany and like to my old environment. And I've been offering before this revealing happened. I've been offering like circles and sessions more in the psychological realm. And I'm wondering now if I'm fooling myself, if I keep on.
No, I just tell you that you have seen you are not only what appears, and you are not only also what disappears.
Yeah.
So now you do whatever you like.
It's that simple.
It's more than simple. It's more than simple because it's not in the mind.
Yeah.
And never obey the orders of others. Do whatever comes from you. It's not because you are asked.
Yeah, it might be very different than before.
No,
Yeah.
be open.
Yeah. Thank you.
generally people, they only think they are enlightened when they disappear. How can you disappear if you were not appearing, if you were not believing in the appearance before? So it's all bullshit, huh? Oh, I'm enlightened because I disappeared. That comes from there.
I sometimes do crazy things to disappear.
Who is not crazy in this life?
You know, it seems that the way you speak particularly,
Yeah.
it's really impossible to say what you're pointing to.
What?
Impossible, that which you're pointing to is impossible to speak.
Ah.
It's silly, I even, it's something really strong to say and it just disappeared. So, it seemed there still was some belief here that the glimpse is dependent on not identifying. And this is not true though. Because the glimpse, this what you point to, it can't be it can't be something that's ever not here.
Yeah.
Even with the identification that appears. I guess the question really, if I have one, is that it seems identification obscures.
Yeah.
the
It
glimpse.
seems. It seems.
Yes.
Okay.
But it can't, really.
Yeah.
Can
That's
you-
why we say it seems.
Yes.
Yeah.
The identification is still uncomfortable. And so it seems. Yes.
Doesn't matter. I
It doesn't
mean,
matter.
what to do?
Huh?
What to do? It will not last also. Sometimes
Right.
you are uncomfortable, sometimes you are comfortable. That is, I think, everybody feels so.
You know, I love this.
Mm.
Not to be uncomfortable, obviously, but that even this doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because so much of the search is to be more comfortable. This is the mind then.
I
of course,
know.
yes.
And if you see, it's because I was also in that. I believed, till I didn't anymore, what a luck, that it is, even if I heard differently, but that it is someone who will be free. This is the big trouble. The big trouble. That's why I insist more and more. The disappearance is also in the mind. Silence is in the mind. So if you don't express anything, that's it. But not like your mind is, and then you say, no. So, then what do you want me to say?
I don't know. It just seems very radical that really it doesn't matter. I love it.
I mean, have you any control? It looks, we can have some control, but it looks like, again, it's very important. It seems, it looks like, okay, in this life, in this manifestation. Not really, no? So it is, everyone has an original life. It will never look like another life. And it's the life which was attached to the birth, so it will blossom or not till the death. In this life, it's also the birthright to be freed, to believe that you are only that one. That's very pleasurable, isn't it? So you are not busy with the low sound or the loud sound anymore, because you have seen this is I in the personal life, comfortable, uncomfortable, that you do whatever you like about that. but it has nothing to do with the real nature of things, which is the search. If one searches for God, or if one searches for reality, or for the self, or for who am I. Yeah. And in that way, I love to have known Papaji, my own master, because his life was also with duality in that shape, in the shape of Papaji. It was dual. So it was clear that he was not mentioning to fix the duality. It just showed again and again, my dear child, you are that. And then on it, a child is happy or not. On it, a Papaji is there with his student, devotee. On it. Now, some people look more light, some people look more comfortable or happy than others. It's possible. Life is totally unjust anyway, looking like. Who cares then? You know what to do. You have to do with your own things. And this will not change. But one great, it looks, event, which is in the manifestation, is that the search disappears with the seeker. So that's great.
Ganga, is there a transformation about the conviction of who you are? Like, we are so used to, maybe, I don't know how many years, to see ourselves as the one who disappear and appear. And
so it's time not to stop there. Because then one is still busy with his mind. It doesn't mean anything if you appear or disappear. This is the life, this is the manifestation of somebody. Satsang never pointed to that. Satsang goes through that. Okay?
but do you have something to say? You said that you don't believe your mind anymore. That's the difference.
I am very much engaged with the mind, but it's my person, that's sure. But I, for some reason, don't ask me that when I am totally identified. And if you ask me, I will stop at once, knowing very well that I am in my mind. So that's what I say. Those split seconds are so powerful. It erases the old beliefs. Did I reply to the question?
Yeah. I still want to.
Yeah, please. Yeah, do.
Like you're saying, there's no permanency, there is no permanent states.
I don't know them.
To achieve.
Yeah.
What I want to ask is about I find that there is such a firm conviction.
What
A
conviction?
firm conviction
Yeah.
of, and I ask if there is there,
Tell me your conviction. What is it?
oh, I definitely see conviction, you know, when you spoke about a confusion, just to see myself as the one who disappears. For a long
Yeah.
time I was looking into disappearance
Of course.
as the experience.
I know, but now, what about now?
Now I start to see that it's not about that.
I'm very happy for you.
Yeah.
That's what I say. It's time now to know that it is in the mind. And honor that once for all.
Can I continue on that because it's not fully clear to me?
Yeah, please do it. Yes.
So, in other words of realization, which is one word,
Yeah.
I just use the word conviction. I don't
Okay.
know who is the one who's convinced or not. It's just like I find that when we read your Ribu Gita these days, and he's really stressing on like be of the conviction.
Attends, what?
Ribu is really
Yeah.
he's repeating it all the time. Be on the conviction that there is no non-self. Be of the conviction that you are Brahman alone. Doesn't matter. It's just like
Yeah.
this conviction.
Yeah, okay.
The point about the conviction of it's a very deep belief
Yeah, of what?
of who we are.
It's a belief.
It can be like I am the body.
It can be.
I am the body, or I am the one who appears and disappears, or
Of course
I
it.
am the self.
You see, it's a way to teach. When you are the self, you don't know what it is. There is nobody there to know what it is. We speak of the self, of reality, when we are in our mind. Okay? What you are is unspeakable, spokeable. No, if you teach or if you like to express yourself, you will use those words. But the one who used those words know very well it's a way to indicate it's not it. Mm? So what's the real question?
Is seeing who you are is just a moment of a glimpse of time, or is just a transformation of many years that finally you just don't believe that you are.
It depends on everybody, my dear. It depends on everybody. That you can. There is no law there. Huh? But it's true that many made a glimpse, and for me a glimpse means you went back to your mind because they are left on the light, on the absence, on the disappearance. That's how the mind will translate the glimpse, and it looks much more true than all what he knew before. That is the flavor of the glimpse. Okay. Now, if you are in a glimpse, but I would not call it a glimpse, and that your mind rises again with whatever comments he makes, and you don't care about the comments because you know it's the mind, limited dual mind. Mind is dual. It will never be non-dual. It's not. Advaita doesn't concern the mind. Then you are freed from the tyranny of the mind. You are freed of the definition of yourself. you are afraid to think you have to be in a certain way, and so on. Yeah. If anything pops up, please ask. It's a good time. It's like, there was a wave to verify if somebody was enlightened or not. It was the question, have you still a sense of I? Maybe you have known that. And of course, the one enlightened would say, no, I have no sense of I anymore. Okay. But the question and the answers were mistaken. It's not about having a sense of I or not having a sense of I, you see. It's about being freed from what the mind presents or suggests. Even though you have no control on your mind, so it will say so many things. But being free to put any reality in it, any meaning, real meaning in it. Do you see? Otherwise, we fall into this experience of absoluteness, of silence, of light. Great, it's wonderful experiences, but unhappily they are experiences. They go and they come, they come and they go. And it's not because you are not serious enough or worthy enough. It's because the nature of experience is dual. It has nothing to do with your worthiness. It has to do with your belief that I should be enlightened. I cannot be clearer than that. Ask me if I'm not clear.
It's very freeing what you say. Really.
It's meant to.
There's no concept.
Shh. And if I was you, Diane, for a time, for a while, I would not read anything anymore, because there is a tendency when you read those beautiful texts to check if you are well there. All those things come from where you are, not as a person. Be there. Ribugita comes out, loudly or not, who cares? You can never be lost. And if you still think so, investigate more.
think I still have the
Yeah.
the impression that I have to be like this all the time. And
Yeah, okay.
when I'm not,
Yeah,
then there is a problem.
yeah, okay. But you agree to say, I still have the impression. So who has this impression? The same one who will be in it in silence, let's say. Yeah? Do you agree or not? Let's see.
Yeah, quiet mind, busy
Yeah.
mind, still create confusion.
Yes. Okay. So the impression is also a confusion, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yeah, yeah, but in the moment when it happens, it's not so clear.
It's not so clear. It doesn't matter. Because in duality, identification will be there. Still. And disidentification will be there. Still. Now, when you are identified, it looks like suddenly you wake up. Oh, I was in my mind. Nothing ever happened. Really, nothing ever happened. It happened only in this manifestation. It's natural. It's the power of now. Now, in this manifestation, some people are more by temperament, by whatever practice they did in the past, more meditative, let's say, quieter than others. But it is just a question of qualities of somebody. You see? It's not meaning anything about what is. And in this manifestation, of course, somebody may fall in love with now. But it will not be all the time because he's in the manifestation. So he's busy with the mind, and suddenly he's woken up. Then again busy, and from the manifestation it looks dual in terms of time, but it's not. It seems dual. Did you ever heard it's ununderstandable? Dayal.
No, I cannot come. I heard you before saying, I'm very happy, I don't need to do self-inquiry anymore.
Of course. It's a pain in the ass. I mean, at the same time, it is your support, so of course you are with it. But to be freed, because you don't ever believe that you can do anything for this person. It helped me, but it's like the second thorn. It helped me to remove my thorn of beliefs about enlightenment, disappearance, and absolute, and all that. Then both thorns are thrown away. Then what is freedom then? You see, when you are a seeker, the support, let's say, is who am I or something. When, let's say, there is freedom, the power of now is the waking up. It wakes up. But that is not in the hand of someone. You see the difference? Investigation is in the hand of someone. Now is not in the hand of someone, and it wakes you up at its will. Meanwhile, you can keep quiet if you like and all that. That's your preferences. Why not? But never confuse a state for it. Never. Otherwise you will be in trouble. You will be a seeker. Am I clear?
Very much.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Just what the gentleman said, I don't have to do inquiry, self-inquiry. I just did, and the answer who can say, who cares? I mean, this was not a joke, you were just, I don't give a fuck kind of thing. But there is no I. But, and then I was surprised by the answer, because it was, and I was wondering if it was either arrogant or effectively really freeing. You see? Am I clear enough?
Yes. I don't think you would ask a question after it if it was real.
I did it because the gentleman did.
Yeah, but nobody can shake you. Why did he shake you? What did
He
you?
didn't shake me. He said, oh yeah, correct. I haven't done that. So just out of curiosity, I'm curious, you see. So I did it, and I was very surprised by the
But
answer.
when you do it, you have no answer. That's the beauty.
Okay.
Because who cares will change, you see. Another time it will be another answer, and so on. We pass years with that. Years.
So would you say it's correct that the search falls away when it's seen there's nothing the person can ever possibly do to wake up because the person is not really asleep, it's just an appearance. That's the understanding that makes the search go away, because then the search continues with the idea that there's something that I can do. Or
I know. Yeah. But no, that understanding has not to stay only as an understanding. It has to be your fact. A life now. Means you don't care about understanding. That's how it's alive.
Can you say something more about the difference between understanding and the fact?
Understanding is by law will be obscured at some point, or you will get a better understanding afterwards. Because it's in time, it belongs to somebody again. It's very useful for a while not to be confused. It's very useful to be clear because it gives you a sharp discrimination. But those are tools belonging, you are the owner of the tool. And in fact, what is the search is to see that the owner itself is a creation of what is. Mm. You don't need more clarity in understanding because it's infinite, you see. You can always be clearer and clearer and clearer. Always. Even for me, I don't know if it is like this, but for me, I have the impression I prefer the way I speak today than years back, to it indicates the same. So that changes. Happily, I don't depend, as you would not depend on your understanding. Understanding indicates something else. That's what you are. That's what you are. And there, you don't need the understanding to be. The understanding can rise to somebody, which is a creation of that. So what is to be free, or freedom, or enlightenment? It is that, it is not applied to somebody. It's that. But we never understand. Or rather, we understand too much. What?
It has a very strong impact what you say.
Then shut up. Otherwise you will make it again an explanation and an understanding. Listen to me. Listen to me. The mechanism is so quick. The impact is there. Okay? After it, and that's what you will speak to me. Keep quiet here for a moment, so that that moment has the power to show you finally that everything else which will arise, is just the creation of this. Okay. That has the power because of this, not the contrary. Okay. So, of course, if you are simply so I don't know what to say, that. All that has full power. Infinitively, it creates itself. It reveals itself infinitively. Realization or freedom is not self-revelation. Self-revelation is contained in understandings, in glimpses. It's not it. So, for it, you have to keep quiet. Shut up! Yes, please.
So on that note, the question, who am I?
Yeah.
Was puzzling me for many, many years. I mean, obviously it's not meant to, I am eternal light, I am, this and
Okay,
that and the
okay,
other.
great, yeah.
So what is the question, who am I? It's like a compass, or like a true north, where it keeps you in a certain resonance, or it keeps you just, it's enough to answer the question, so you're not going
Which
to
answer do you give to the question?
What?
Which answer do you give to the
There
question?
is no answer.
Then stay there. That's the answer. That is the answer. Why should you repeat it?
Why did he give the question?
because one places himself somewhere. So from that somewhere, to have a help to go at the source of I. Somewhere is I am somewhere. So to help to go back to the source of I, it helps a lot. Because who am I is not busy anymore with qualities or what we attach to I. I is alone. I is left alone. How long he can stay as I, alone? Tell me now. Tell me.
Forever, huh?
I stays forever. How come? Say I. Say I.
I.
Now it disappears. It's no more there. It's no more there. Keep quite there. That's the answer. And if you land anywhere, you have to ask again, but who was this experience? Who am I?
Yeah, so this is how I understood it, as more as a compass. It's more as a...
Yeah, but you stop at resonances, you stop at energy, you stop at light and all that. It's landing place in the mind. You will never get it like that. It's much more simple. Don't land anywhere.
But we agree that we're both in duality and on another level. We can get there from duality. So duality is the stepping stone.
No. Duality is the first appearance. I am born, I am a woman, I am this and that.
So the body, I locate myself there.
Yeah, I understand. That's why if you ask, who am I? Are you busy with your body then? Who am I? So you start from the body and mind, okay? You ask in your mind, who am I? So you remove the body and the mind to be with I alone. Yes or no?
But I is again the identification also. So it's
You go back to body. Who am I is meant not to go back to body and mind for once. That's why it is said, don't land anywhere, because if you land somewhere, it is in the body or in the mind.
So then why this question?
Because you locate yourself somewhere. So it's a help not to locate yourself anymore somewhere. Because that is the search.
Yeah, but
okay.
We're on the same page. I mean, that's...
Then why you ask a question if we are in the same page?
For reassurance?
Bullshit! Somebody wants to know if he is right or not. I don't need anybody. Nobody, even my master died. I didn't need his confirmation. Okay? He gave me that gift. Okay? Bon. Ja most să mit cucu. Thank you very much.